No matter what the result turns out, remember that this is not the end of your journey. It's just the beginning. So if you get a good result, congratulations, you did such a great job, and your result is going to help you a lot in finding scholarships, in creating your professional portfolio, academic portfolio. But if you did not do a great job, don't worry. Don't let that 2 day define who you are.
Greetings, Muylin. So since high school graduation, you moved from Siem Reap province to Phnom Penh to pursue your bachelor degree. And it's been almost 5 years now, and now you are graduated. Without further delay, so could you please tell me a bit more about yourself?
Oh, absolutely. So first of all, Usa, thank you so much for having me today. And hello to our audience that is watching this video through social media as well. My name is Muylin, Saing Muylin. I am actually a student with 2 degrees. I was pursuing 2 bachelor degree. So I graduated with high honor with the Bachelor of Art in Banking and Finance from Paragon International University. And I actually just finished my second bachelor degree, Bachelor of Education in Teaching English as a Second Language at the Institute of Foreign Languages, or we all known as IFL. I'm currently a Sustainability and CR Executive at a regional bank in Cambodia.
It means that I'm now eager to know more about you because you hold 2 bachelor degree, and I want to know about the difficulties along the way in your university life. But because of the result announcement of grade 12 national exam of this academic year is scheduled for September 20, and I believe that some juniors might be curious or worried or scared about how's their life look like after grade 12 exam. But could you please reflect back and tell us what did your life look like after grade 12 graduation?
Wow, it's like was a rough journey for sure. So a little bit background about myself. I graduated high school in 2020. And you know what happened in 2020? We won pay.
Yes.
It's like it was in the midst of COVID pandemic. We were in a lockdown, and we had to prepare for many times. And at the end, everyone got A.
Me too.
A for auto.
Yes.
So the way that we transition from high school to the university is very different from what our current juniors is doing. Currently, they would get their grades and they try to apply to school based on that. But from us, during that time, everything was very new. So at university, maybe instead, if you want a scholarship, right? Instead of checking your grade to apply, you have to sit for an entrance exam,
Yes.
right, for a scholarship. It was certainly a challenge for me, especially transitioning from high school in Siem Reap province to university in Phnom Penh. 2 different places with, I think, slightly different culture. It both like the way of living, both academic wise, I face a lot of struggle, especially in choosing my majors. As you might know, I study 2 bachelor degree. It's not something that is intentional. It's because I was lost. So when I graduated high school, I got offered a scholarship to select any major I want at Paragon. So in that time, I have to pick and choose which one I want. So what I did was seeking advice from seniors. As inexperienced as I was, and from a society where information are very limited. Back in Siem Reap, information are not widely available. We don't have career fair in there. So I seek seniors' advice, and I was like keep changing my decision day by day, depending on who I talk to. I ended up talking with a senior. I actually want to pursue international relations. I was so set on pursuing that, but when I asked one senior about that, he said, no, a lot of people are already pursuing that. If you're taking that, it would be hard to get a job in this market. So he gave me a list of majors that I would choose. One of them was financial management. I just picked that because it sounded cool. and I just want to explore that. And finance is something that is very easy to find a job in this job market. You can go anywhere. That's what I thought. I'm not sure what it is actually like. So I just pick and choose that. And then for my English degree, I've always loved English. And when I was in high school, obviously in many other public school, the ministry gonna give you a form to complete what scholarship or what major you want. I just put English, and then I had an entry exam for the scholarship at IFL. I just took it, and I did not have any hope because I already was gonna study banking and finance. Surprisingly, I got third place.
Oh.
And I got the scholarship to study at IFL. I was like, okay, now I had to decide whether I should give up one or I should go with 2 degrees. It was a moment of very stressful time. Is it possible to go for both degrees? So I went ahead and asked more senior. I was an introvert, so asking someone something is a huge step out of comfort zone for me. A lot of senior advice that you shouldn't go for a double degree. It's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to take a lot of your time enjoying something else. You cannot focus on 1 degree. But the feeling that you already got a scholarship, if you don't go for it, it's like what? It's like go to waste. The scholarship go to waste. So I just set myself, okay, I'm gonna be able to do this. Let's try for the first few years, 1 year, 2 year, and if it's not okay, I can just give it up. Somehow I stick with it till the end.
It seems like that you are obsessed with English language, but how about the banking and finance major? Because you chose based on the senior advice and
Yes.
maybe your immediate interest. Somehow did it like align or relevant to your favorite subject in high school back then?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I would say no. It's something very new. I have a very strong background in Khmer literature because I used to do a lot of outstanding student exam. In grade 9, I got 5th place nationally. I was really proud of that. I have always loved literature. I'm definitely not a math person. I can do math, but not my favorite subject. So people has been telling me that finance is not really math intensive. It's just routine work, right? I never know of job opportunity like, okay, financial analyst, investment, audit exists. We thought that finance is cashier. Finance is working with a general lecture as accounting at like a hotel. In Siem Reap, there are a lot of hotels. Definitely very limited information.
But you did it. You got high honor, right?
Surprisingly.
So reflect back then because you moved to Phnom Penh alone to stay alone
Yes.
in Phnom Penh. And what were the difficulties back then in those 5 years?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So first, settling down. It was really hard to find a place to stay that is within your budget. There are a lot of, you might say there are a lot of new rising buildings, but it's not within our budget. We're from the province, so we gotta find somewhere that is within our budget, that is safe, that is close to our school. And these 3 categories does not go with each other. It's either too far, it's either too expensive, or it is either in a very dangerous area, especially as a female student. And finally, I found a place that is within my budget, that is quite close to my school as well, but it's not the same level of comfort as at home. But that's the thing you need to make when you have a limited budget to settle down. Safety is also an issue. As a female student, when I first got here, I was so scared to go home after the sunset. Like I definitely try to go home before the sunset when there's light outside, and when I go into my rented room, I would close the door, lock the window, lock the door, and not even want to see what is outside because I don't know my neighbor. I don't know who is renting the room near me, which was the wrong move for me, actually. I should have talked more. Only after like 1 year that I got to talk with my neighbor, and they're actually really nice. I should have done it long ago, but I was so scared. And fitting in is certainly a challenge. When you're from the province, the way that you speak, your background knowledge, your humor, everything is so different here. I think here everyone is more westernized. Their way of thinking is going a certain way. So me and my friends, we are absolutely trying to fit in. And one of the things that we notice is the gap of computer literacy, computer and English, right? Computer, everything, everyone here, even if they're in public school, they learn computer, I think, from maybe academy outside of school. But for us, my friends, the first time she ever touched a computer is in year 1.
Oh, so it would be difficult for her.
Yes, for her, and also for me, because I only know Microsoft Word up until grade 12, and we don't own a computer. We have very limited resources. If people are in a private school, sure, they have resources, but for us in public school, the infrastructure is very limited. It's either we're trying to go out of our way to go to computer academy, or it's nothing at all. So I'm going into finance, but I don't know Excel. I have no idea what Excel does. Like even the formula sum, I have no idea what that is. So when I go into the workforce, my supervisor would say that is something that even a high school student can do. Why can't you do it, right? So at that moment of reflection kind of really wake me up, thinking how different it is, like the computer literacy between those from the province and here. So in here, it's something normal, but in the province, it's a privilege. So unless you have a privilege to learn it, you won't be able to learn it at all. So a lot of people have a hard time with that.
So let's talk about life in university. Maybe talk a bit more because you are one of the outstanding seniors. So what are the differences between life in high school and life in university?
Wow, life in high school and life in the university, um, it's it's certainly different in terms of in high school. Okay, high school it's I would say high school is more stressful for me. Yeah, because there's so many different things to focus on. So if you fail one subject, you would feel really bad, and it's like I'm going to disappoint my parents. But in university, it's more like you take your own ownership. If I decided that this subject is not good for me, I'm okay if I don't score well in that. If I know that this major is very important, I would really try that more. One of the things that's very different, as I'm from the province, we don't have volunteering, we don't have school festival or like big school festival, we don't have a lot of clubs. So when I came to Paragon University, for example, there are so many clubs and society, people going around with each other. There is conference on the weekend, and I go out with my friend. I get to know more people. I got to meet experts from the field, which is something really incredible. And back in Siem Reap, all I did was study in class. I have a lot of extra class. Like since grade 10, I would have extra class from 6 a.m. in the morning and then until 9 at night. So there were a lot of studying with limited time to actually socialize. Yeah.
Earlier you said that you are an introverted person.
Yes.
But now I think you are not.
There's definitely a shift. Actually, I noticed that in myself. You know, I did the personality test on the internet. Yeah, before I start university, it was an I, and then recently it was an E.
So because you mentioned about volunteering, there were less volunteering activities in Siem Reap province and in other provinces as well, if we compare to Phnom Penh. And since when you embark on your university life, I saw that you were very actively involved in volunteer or other extra curriculum activities. So for you as a senior, do you recommend students fresh year students to just focus on their studying solely, or also volunteering when they have free time?
Oh, for first year, right?
Yes, first year student.
Okay, this is from my experience only. Out of my GPA, my first year GPA is so high. It's something that helped lift up my CGPA.
Oh.
So I would say, as your year go by, the subject is going to be more difficult. So it's hard to get high GPA. So it's good to focus on your study on the first year because it's easier to get that high GPA so that it can help you in case you messed up at the fourth year or third year. And also, when you're during your first year, you don't know what you want yet. You don't know a lot of people. You don't know what your goal is. Volunteering sounds great, but why do you volunteer? Think about that. Are you volunteering to socialize? Are you volunteering to know more about that topic that you want to learn about? What is it? I see a lot of youth, they go around volunteering a lot, which is great. They're giving back to the society.
Yes.
But what about themselves? Like by the end of the day, what do they get out of that? It's good you're giving back to the community, but you need to take something back as well. You cannot just give and give and give. For example, I used to volunteer for some events, which I think is very irrelevant, although it's allowed me to know more people, but I could have used my time for something more beneficial. But then going to my second and third year, I wanted to learn more about environment, right? So I decided to volunteer with a project called CGFA project, which focused on environment. So I believe that was a very fulfilling journey for me. I have a goal. I know what I want to get out of it. So that's why I decided to volunteer. So my advice is that focus on your study first, adjust to the university curriculum first, because if you're from the public school, it's going to be a huge transition. It's going to be a very different transition. So spend that first year exploring, be stable first, and then maybe start thinking about what you want to learn. I only noticed that, but I've been doing a lot private tutoring, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do a lot of private tutoring, to earn extra income. And I noticed how private school here, their curriculum is identical to the university curriculum. They have presentation, they have assignment, they have group work, very identical. So the transition is not as hard for them. But for us from a province, from the public school, it's very different. You need to know what is credit. What is credit, what is GPA, what is assignment, what is group presentation, how to do slide, where can I get all these resources, how to do research. You're going to learn from scratch. 1 year, I know it's not enough, but focus on yourself first, focus on your study, because your purpose here is to study. So focus on that first.
It sounds like you know what you are doing. And one more thing is that one of your biggest achievement is receiving one semester exchange program to
Yeah.
the US. So for you personally, do you think students should apply exchange program or conference abroad during their university journey, university years?
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a huge transformation journey. I know a lot of people are going to say a lot of good things, like it's going to help you get out of your comfort zone. It's give you a lot of benefits. Absolutely. The program itself is great. You got to explore what is going on outside. One of the things that I have achieved, probably the connection that I made while being there, which is knowing a lot of people abroad, getting to learn more about their culture. And so also it changed me. When I returned back from the US, my parents, my friend would say, "Oh, you look different." It's like my energy is just different. I'm more confident. I'm more outspoken because I went to the US. So obviously people are more extroverted. That's really affected me as well. So when you're around people like that, you kind of absorb their energy and you become like them.
Muylin, do you know that I really love your pronunciation, your English pronunciation, and your intonation. So do you think that for freshman student, do you think English language is important for them?
First of all, thank you. English is certainly very important. I thought it wasn't until I came here. I joined corporate, I joined private sector, and I know that, oh my God, English is that important. I thought you can just learn, know another language. For example, you know Khmer Chinese, you know Khmer Japanese, and that's a really good asset, right? Surprisingly, English is very crucial because in the university, your assignment, you're doing research in English, you're doing your assignment in English, you're doing presentation. Even if your curriculum is Khmer based, your extra research are going to be in English. They are more widely available. And when you join the workforce, everything is going to be in English. You write an email, you're reading the company document. It's a different story if you're going to the government sector. But if you're going to the private sector, it's very crucial. Yeah.
So it means that you are skillful in both language and the major that you took. How about life after your university? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Or does it align with your interests?
Oh, okay. Life after university, there's a plot twist that no one told me about. I thought that, okay, you graduate with a good score, you do a lot of work, you know, a lot of people. The job market is going to open the door for you, right?
Yes.
So I applied for 5 places and didn't get shortlisted for any of them. And I applied to many different sectors too. I applied to bank, NGOs, company, but I did not got shortlisted for any of them. I was taken back. It was a huge shock for me because I thought with all that quality, it would be so easy to get a job, right? And all the job that I applied are all entry level. All entry level that don't even require experience. So at that time, I was quite stressed. I went to seek a lot of advice. I asked my friend, do you know any place that is hiring? I went to my university career counseling place. Um, Unfortunately, there were not any position opening at that moment. So I was spending around 4 months, I think, just to keep applying to different places. And I know a lot of my friends are like that as well. Every day, keep rewriting your cover letter, polishing your CV, send email to different places, hoping you will get picked. You know, if you get called for an interview, if you fail, it would be like, it's okay, you try your best, but you don't even get shortlisted. So you don't know what is wrong or what is wrong with your CV. Are you not what they're looking for? So after university, I finally got a chance to intern at a private equity firm, and then I decided that that's not what I want. I applied for an intern at a another NGO. It was a huge transition for me. So I tried to apply for an NGO and became a grants intern, transitioned to became a grants assistant. After that, things happened, and I kind of lost my job in a blink of an eye. I was so set on wanting to become a grant specialist. It's something that's very new in the market, but I was so set in pursuing my career in the international development side. But then when I lost my job overnight like that, I, my coworker have different reaction to it. Some people would just take a day off. Some people would try maybe look for another job. In my mind, I was thinking, oh, okay, option A, where should I go? Option B, where should I go? Because all of my friends are already employed. They're already climbing the corporate ladder. They already know what they're doing. And here I am, unemployed again. So I tried to apply to a few places. And then, I think after losing my job, I tried to apply for 4 other places. And I got called to only one of them. And it's I am glad I got called for it because that is the one position that I really love, and I was really looking forward to, and then I got it. And I'm so glad I got it because although it's something that is very shifted from my degree, but it's something that I've been doing a lot through my volunteering work, especially in sustainability. So without my volunteering job, I think it's going to be hard transitioning to that role because it's so different from your degree. Although I feel like my degree also teach me a lot as well in terms of soft skill that help me transition to different role easily. So I am currently loving what I'm doing, and all these are the lessons that taught me that allow me to be able to tell my juniors, hey, what it's like to be in this sector, what it's like to be in that sector, because I've been in 3 sectors already.
So it's great that you are now enjoying it, your life, and I'm glad to hear it. But for final messages, do you have any advice to grade 12 students who just took their national exams and now eager to know their results?
Ooh, it must be a very intensive, like very intense time for everyone. I'm sure everyone is very nervous right now. Okay, no matter what the result turns out, remember that this is not the end of your journey. It's just the beginning. So if you get a good result, congratulations, you did such a great job, and your result is going to help you a lot in finding scholarships, in creating your professional portfolio, academic portfolio. But if you did not do a great job, don't worry. Don't let that 2 day define who you are. I mean, it's just 2 day. What if you it was something that you have not learned before? So try your best going to the university and join competitions, graduate with good GPA instead. However, please don't rush into choosing your major. If you don't know what you want to do, it's okay to take 1 year break. One of my friends take 1 year break.
Gap
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, a gap year, and she found out what she really want. It's better to take a year break and decide what you want rather than go blindly into that major. Because a lot of people told me that it's okay, just join that major. Even if after graduate you want to do something else, you can just do it. It's like the job will teach you. That is kind of overgeneralization. Because, for example, I am studying finance. I decided that I want to go into public health, but it's not an easy transition. You need a background bachelor degree in either health, medical science, or public health. So even if I want to transition into that field, it's really hard. Therefore, it's hard for me to go back for a year and start over again. So life must go on. I need to keep going. I cannot go back. So before that happens, think wisely of what you want to do and then choose wisely. Even no matter what happened, pick yourself up. It's like, it's not the end of the world. Anything that is happening is not at the end of the world. It's just only a small part of your life. Something bigger is going to come. So yeah, try your best, be resilient, and keep fighting.